I think the future is two items. Connecting partners. So this is something that I count on through my Spotlight contract to happen, and count on these guys to do for us. You know, I've got X that I can move on my own. I've got Y that I'm struggling to move. Who are those connections? And I think for the teams, the recognition, and there's some teams that really are good about this, the recognition that 3 years ago I bought a 12-person suite and I'm having trouble moving it, partly maybe even because of our issues on struggling.
Which is not your fault.
Right, but who's going to connect me to the law firm who wants to? And right. Some venues for years were like, no, you signed it, it's only you. Mm-hmm. Like, but wait, you're actually going to hurt me into possibility of non-renewal. So that's an essential part. The second part is pricing insights into your pitch. Data you guys talked about. An essential part. Somebody comes and says, you know, we're going to offer this and it's part of a brand building for you. Well, first of all, you just missed number one because I don't need brand building. I have number one recognition and consideration in my, so now we're starting from site. But to pitch that, hey, look, we're going to pitch you actually a 20-game package, and the alternatives that you could do in the market would be these, but look at the data that we're bringing you that shows that's a really good value compared to what you could do in Chicago or Detroit otherwise. That makes me go, gee, they already did the financial work for me. That makes really good sense to make that purchase.
Can sports keep up with technology? Can sports keep up with what's happening in the rest of the industry? Do companies want to buy, you know, the hot new thing? Of course they do, but the problem isn't whether they're going to buy the hot new thing. The question is, are they going to get in a deal that's going to keep them around in 5 years when it's not the hot new thing anymore? Are they going to get in a deal that really helps them leverage their brand and leverage and tie into the, you know, subconscious branding of the teams that they're a part of?
The future, where I see the future of this business, and I mentioned earlier that it was database marketing, and I totally believe that. But I think the mentality has to be stop selling signs and start selling solutions.
Reinventing our venues, I would just say two things. Less is more, and more of less is good. So what does that mean? We saw with the Barclays Center that their capacity is in the low 17s in New York. So I think as we look at our venues, how do we create more demand? How do we create more of an intimate environment? How to create a setting that puts pressure on our product? It's enable it to create more value from the premium end as well as for the existing fans. And then the other portion of that, more of that less, is more variety. And Rick alluded to this as well. So we've had sort of a one-size-fits-all industry, but with a variety of product out there and looking from court boxes and opera boxes and theater and just bank and you name it, creating those little neighborhoods and niches and those type of opportunities creates the avenue to address all different spheres of the marketplace and help reinvent our buildings. If we have good bowls, we can help reinvent these buildings to make them much more compelling for, you know, our partners.